So here we are with a quick tutorial of the Crystal Skull ShadowLight cards. Now they do come with their own little instruction book when you first get them, but it's not very in-depth. It's only a very brief introduction as to how you can use the cards. So I just thought I would give you a little bit more of an insight as to how they can be worked with. So there's a little booklet that it comes with, and a bit like anything else, we would suggest that you first bond and connect with them. When you first get them, you might like to hold the whole deck to your heart centre, but certainly when you're going to work with them, just maybe close your eyes, centre and align yourself, and just take in a nice deep breath. And on the out breath, just letting go of anything that is no longer needed. And so through the breath and the intention, just making that connection to source and to the crystal skull consciousness, and making sure you're centered and grounded, working with that love vibration and always for the highest good. So there's a number of ways in which you can work with the ShadowLight cards. If you're working with them for yourself, personally what I normally do, because I know the images quite well these days, is to just hold an intention in my mind. You know, if there's an issue going on in my life at the time, and even if there isn't, then you can still shuffle in this way, just to see what light you might like to bring in. So if there's a particular issue, then I would suggest you focus on that issue and ask to be shown the shadow that you need to look at. If you don't have an issue, then just ask for whatever vibration or energy or insight you need on that day. Thankfully I can't think of any particular issues at the moment, so rather than bringing up a shadow, I'm just going to ask for, you know, to be shown whatever it is that I need to know today, whatever it is that I need to bring in my life or perhaps be aware of. And that might be a shadow, even though I don't think there is. So we'll just give a shuffle, see what comes out. As you can see, they're flying out the pack. I'm going to leave them in the way that they've come out. So for me, in fact I'll turn them around because obviously this will make more sense to the camera. So the way they've actually come out for me today is delusion. So this is upside down, so this is the shadow. So in fact, even though I've said I don't think I have any issues, the universe and the crystal skulls are saying, well, actually, maybe you are a little bit deluded. Maybe there is still something lying underneath, and I think we can all probably resonate with that because we never know everything that we need to know. There's always something else unconsciously, and awareness. So clearly, I need to be a bit more aware of something. Obviously, I'll tune in a bit later on to see what that is. And then the other one that I had was renewal. Well, the shadows you can see is endings. I've been through a lot of endings recently, so I'm in a renewal phase, which is wonderful. So the other way that you can work with these, before I go into the colours and the numerology and things, is that if you don't know the pack, oh, there's another one, doing and being. If you don't know the pack as well as I do, you can actually just spread them out, because obviously everyone has got, as you can see, a very different colour vibration, and you can just, you know, play with them, pull them around, see which one your fingers go to, or see which one your eyes drawn to. Because I know this pack quite well, I'm actually just going to go with this one, just to give you an example. This one I know to be fear and love, and certainly I think for pretty much everybody that will be relevant in some way. If there is anything that you're not doing, anything you're not saying, if there's anything you're procrastinating on, any area of your life in which you feel stuck, you can bet your bottom dollar it's probably going to be some kind of fear that is underneath that. Now, it's not necessarily a physical fear where you go, oh, I feel petrified, but it can be an underlying kind of fear that you go, I'm not doing that because, and whatever that because is, that will have a fear behind it. So fear in this case is the shadow, love is the vibration of light, if you like, that we would be looking to bring in. So again, you can work with the colour vibration on here if you choose to do so, and meditate with this particular image. Now, I'm not going to go into colours in depth on this particular video, but if you have got the Crystal Skull medicine card, perhaps they are medicine card, Crystal Skull message card meditations, you can actually flick through to pages, I think it's 14, 15 and 16, quite near the beginning, and there is actually a whole section in here on chakras and colours, so that gives you a much better idea of the colours potentially within these particular cards as well. So refer back to this much more for the colour vibrations, but just to give you an idea here, this one in particular is in green. Now a lot of these are different colours, again it explains a little bit in the booklet, but this one is green, which to me represents the emotional body. So I would be saying that you would need to perhaps look more into the emotional body, you know, for this particular area. This one here, I've just picked surrender and resistance. Surrender being the light at the top. This is actually in purple. So I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but the colour, the numbers are actually in different colours. So you've got red more for the physical body, yellowy gold for the mental body, green for the emotional body, purpley lilac colour for the spiritual, and then the unity cards, which have actually got all the same. Let me just find you a good unity card. Responsibility. So this is what we call a unity or a challenge card, depending on whether you're looking at the shadow or the light aspect. This is actually in magenta, which is much more about the causal body, very much the higher self, the soul, very deep level, this one. So again, you can look up the colours in the book, but also, as you can see, we have the numbers here. So we've got 28, 52, obviously there's 52 cards in the pack, so there's numbers 1 to 52. And again, if you haven't done so already, in our sign up box there is actually a free numerology report that I've created for you. So again, you can see how to add the numbers up, how to work with the numbers, how the numbers actually affect your life in particular. So that's just a very quick overview of that. Also, what I've done is I've created a little PDF for you of all the shadow words, all the light words, so that you've got all the definitions in there, just in case, you know, maybe you don't quite understand one or two of them. And the other way that you can work with these is for other people. Very good for working with clients if you're perhaps at a show, or if you're doing a reading one-to-one, or even distant work. You don't have to be with the person in particular. Again, what I would do is just tune in to that person, connect at soul level, and obviously they're presumably coming to you because they have got some kind of issue, so you can just focus your intention. So my intention at the moment is what's going to be the best example for you for this particular video. So we'll just see what comes out. Okay, there's quite a few here. So, and then I would lay these down as they come out. So I have frustration, happiness, indecision, stagnation, misunderstanding. Obviously these are all the other way around for the camera, so we'll turn them up the way that they've come out. Now you might like to use these as well for past, present, future. So you might look at these as this is, and on this side of the camera it would be past, present and future. So from left to right, as you're looking at it, you're left to right. And also with other clients, you can, it might not necessarily be their issue, the same as when a card comes out, it might not necessarily be your issue. So what I try to make clear to people is that, for argument's sake here, we've got indecision and frustration, if we just take these two. So it might not necessarily directly be your indecision or your client's indecision, but somebody close around you or close around them. So the idea is here with the indecision and the frustration is it's very important that whether it's you that's suffering with the indecision or the frustration, or your client, or whether it's just somebody close around you, most importantly, it's about holding the vibration of wisdom and of fulfillment, because they are the lights and they are the opposite, if you like, potentially of the shadow. And if you're vibrating wisdom and fulfillment, then that's what becomes your experience. So again, you can breathe in these colours, you can work with the numerology and just hold the intention that you are vibrating wisdom, whatever wisdom means for you. Just think of that, create it, vibrate it, have that as your experience. And then that's, what you will experience ultimately. So it's a bit like an affirmation. And again, I regularly work with these for affirmations. So, I am happiness, I am flow, I am enlightenment, which are the opposite ones on here. So if I am flow, I am happiness, I am enlightenment, then that's what I'm going to vibrate, and that's what's going to emanate out. And so ultimately, if you are vibrating those, then you can't really get into trouble with stagnation or misunderstanding, or indeed depression, because you are choosing to vibrate happiness, enlightenment and flow. So there's no real right or wrong way, but that's just a very quick, brief whistle-stop tour of some of the ways in which you can work with the ShadowLight cards. As I say, there is another little instruction booklet there, and if you go to our sign-up page, there is also, let's just turn this one over to finish off with. There is also another little PDF that you can access in there. All you have to do is put your name and email in, and that will be yours, along with the numerology as well. So there's as I say, the numerology sheet in there too. And of course you can you can get obviously a lot more information about the colour from the Crystal Skull message card medications. Obviously it is about medicine today. So yeah, most importantly with the ShadowLight cards, the concept behind them originally was about helping you to realise that anything that you choose to feel is your choice. So all of these cards just have words on them. And ultimately what you might find actually is a shadow comes out, or what I created to be a shadow card, and you go, well actually that feels really good to me. It doesn't feel, like that's a bad thing, and that's fine, because everybody will have their own interpretation. But do always bear in mind that they are just words. You will have your own feeling towards those words, but that feeling is your choice. So ultimately you can choose in any given moment to feel how you wish to feel, and these cards are just a tool in order to help just maybe switch something in your brain that goes, do you know what, actually I don't need to feel that, I can choose to feel this, whatever that might be. So let's just have one final card to see what we're finishing off with today as what I'm going to choose to feel moving forward. So as my intention and my thought was going out, the card came out of the pack. So for me, I have gratitude, and it actually came out that way up as well, as gratitude. So that's really brilliant. The numerology of 51, 5 plus 1 is 6. So that's about unconditional love, goddess energy, very feminine. So that's a brilliant card. So my focus and my choice is I'm not going to think about what I want at any given time. I'm just going to remain completely, fully in the awareness of gratitude. So I'm very grateful that you've tuned in and had a view of this today, and I hope you enjoy working with your pack of ShadowLight cards. So if you haven't got them already, then do let us know, and we can get those sorted for you from our online shop. So today I am gratitude. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you remember that you can choose to be and feel whatever you choose to be and feel in any given moment.